Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Sandra. How are you, darling? You doing okay? I am too. I wrestled a kitten all night. I didn't know how tough they could be. And my feet are cramping this morning, so I don't know how long I'll be able to stay on, but I had posted it all over everywhere, so I thought I'd better try anyway. I need some of your pretty beads to put on these quilts. Oh, shoot. I hate to hear that. I'm going to cut out a couple of leaves while we're sitting here. These are awful thin, but it's the first green I come across. Yeah. Well, I had to cancel a visit to mine. It was, hey, to die, look you there. There's my girl. Now, if I haven't covered up my scissors, I'll cut these out. All right, honey. Well, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hang. My feet have started cramping so bad. And, I'm just going to have to play it by ear. But I'm going to at least get this one flower done and onto a back, so we can at least start the quilt with one block. Oh, well, hello, Gil. That's always fun. I've got 2 weddings coming up this next year, and they're going to have me busy. One's having a wedding, and we're supposed to wear appropriate attire for a uh, speakeasy rehearsal, or uh, not rehearsal, but the bridal party. Those need to be ironed, and I don't have my iron in here. I have had the toughest time making this flower, and girls, I've made these flowers for years, and I have too long. And I mean, oh, that's great. That is great. I posted this at 8 o'clock this morning, so it should be. I'm hoping that we have a fairly decent amount of people. I know it's summer and it's rough, but you know, I didn't see anybody on when I come on. You know, other crafters, there might be other quilters on, but I'll show you the flower, and I only have 3 of these to sew down. This is her flower. And of course, I've got one more petal to make and put right in here. So yeah. I look awful this morning. I shouldn't even be on camera. Uh, that cat had me not long. He thought I was mama. I mean, just literally, I guess, thought I was mama. He climbed on my head and kneaded my head and licked it, and or she 11, and I had a couple of bad sores on the back side of her ears, which I had to doctor. But anyway, she kneaded and licked and I don't know what all. And she finally settled down after wrestling her a dozen times down now off of my head. She finally, oh, thank you, Sandra. Uh, she finally settled down after I got her down off my head after the 3rd or 4th time. More than that. I put her down there, I don't know how many times. At least an hour I struggled with. No, 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 no. I was holding up the quilt just to protect myself, covered up my head. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It's just not going to work. But I just don't have anything for cats to play with. So I cut her up a toilet paper roll in a spiral. I thought maybe no, she wanted to be in my face. She went to sleep sitting in front of me on the computer while I was on the computer last night. It was so cute. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a challenge. Every cat I've ever had has been grown when I got it. So I'm not used to this stuff. I am not used to this stuff. Well, girls, we've waited 10 minutes, so it may just be the 2 of us. So I don't know what to do. I could wait a little bit longer, but you know, it's it's been 10 minutes. Of course, I put it on Kathy's page, and I put it on my page, and I put it on my story on Facebook, which I've never done before. And then you shared it, and I shared it to the flock. That's what I forgot, was to bring my coffee upstairs. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they might be. It is almost break time, or it's break time here, but I don't know. It's actually getting close to lunchtime there, isn't it? Well, it's not for you, Sandra. You're in California, so it's still early for you, isn't it? About 8. So it may be, what, 7? Are you up at 7 to watch this? 8, 10. Okay. Kathy's just an hour's difference with us, so. Four o'clock for me. That cat got me up at 4, and I messed up because I give the cat. I found that you don't give kittens milk. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start putting it on the post, maybe all the different time zones. Yeah, I didn't get back to sleep. That cat until it climbed my back, and it climbed my back about 3 times this morning, and I kept throwing her off of me. Well, not throwing her, but you know, pulling her off and putting her down on the floor. And the third time I pulled her off, she jumped into the chair at the dining table, and I got up with a fly swatter and I popped that seat on that chair, and like the scared that cat half to death. Crow doesn't even know what for, but I thought, now I've had enough of this stuff. So she went into the kitchen and crawled up in one of the counter chairs and fell asleep in there. But she's just a pain. I mean, this is going to be a pain until we get her trained. So did Kathy have to leave? No, she might be back. So, well, we've been waiting 15 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and show you girls how to do this, and the others can watch the replay and figure it out. Okay. Well, as I said, I've got one more petal to put on this, and so I'm going to put the camera down, and I'm going to sew up one more and then put it on. I've got 2 of them just pinned in, and so I'll have 3 to sew on. So I'm just going to go ahead and start, and they can watch the replay. I'm going to get this down there. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Over just a little bit, maybe about like that. And of course, you're seeing me from the back side of the machine. But anyway, you girls have probably sewn before and know all about that stuff. Okay, I got to get the cord out. It's going under my. Hey, there's hi, Janie. I'm sewing up the last petal for our flower. And I went down smaller than what we started. When I started putting that together, I didn't like how it looked. My circle was not big enough, and I just decided to put smaller petals on it. So I changed the size of the petals, but they're made just exactly the same as I made yesterday. And cut pretty much the same. I freehand them too. And so this is our get my chopstick out. And I save these every time I go to dinner. I save the chopsticks because they will break on you after a while. This has been a really good one, though. and I have sewn with it a lot. Now, when I get my flower petal to like this, I fold up this side. I fold it in just a little bit, just kind of fold it over and fold it over on again on the other side so that it looks like that. And then I put that underneath my machine, and I keep my chopstick ready so I can hold it down. And then I'm going to sew right across that. And sometimes I go back, just depends on what my mood is. Okay, so now here's our flower. Here's our flower. And all we've got to do now is I have 3 petals here that I need to sew on. And all you do is put this, see how it made a little tuck in the flower when you're doing that. And make sure that's on the right side. And put your flower petal in. We'll make several of these. So anyway, I've got them pinned down just a little bit. I'm going to stick that under there, and you can lift your feed dogs just a little bit. Back to where I left off of sewing the others. Put the needle in. And then I'm going to set just a little bit. And I'm going to start coming right around the very teeniest edge of that. Come on. I got into my pen. Yes, I had gotten into my pen. Don't you do that. Wanted to spread out on me. Well, what's, uh-oh. Would you believe I run out of bobbin? That was a good place. Should have had that checked. Okay. Let me take this one out because it just coughed just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to pin those back on. Okay, I lost one. Oh, I know it never fails. Luckily, this one spins one pretty quickly. Okay. Set that down there. I'm going to raise this back up for a minute. Oh, get up there. Hi. Hi, Patricia. How are you, darling? I run out of bobbin. I'm having to spin a bobbin. Why did you come off there? Now listen. Okay, got to get the right thread here. Okay, here we go. This is the machine I spin all my bobbins on because it's so much faster than all the rest of them for spinning bobbins. Okay, that all. Take down the box. All right. Now I've got some extra thread there that I don't need. You don't give me a hard time. Okay, let's set this down in the floor for a minute. You didn't even get to see me sew that. Let's get this down here. Whoop, not like that. Okay, I'll put the flower up there. And here's what we've made. Now, I did cut the size of the petals down. I didn't like the way it was looking with this center. So I cut the petals down. Got that a little bit long, but we're not going to worry about it. I've got 2 leaves here that I'm going to make. And they're pretty good sized leaves because sunflower leaves are. Hi, Evie. How are you? And so anyway, these are going to go behind this flower when I get it put on the, and of course they'll look more like flowers once they're sewn down. So our next step, and I'm going to make these 10-inch squares. So it'll be a pretty fast quilt to make. And I've laid out some material here. I have blue, and I have enough to make 3 of those, I think, in that. Pretty sure I have enough to make 3. Nah, maybe just 2. Anyway, this is Scrappy. This is going to be Scrappy, so it doesn't matter how many we've got. I've got this material, which is what the center, which is a kind of greenish blue. It looks really blue on here, but it's more of a greenish blue. And then I have this reddish orange, and it's looking really orange on here, and it is not. It is more red. So anyway, I was kind of checking. Get that off of there. Thread. Clean up her back. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to put it on. And I thought y'all might want to help pick it out. So there's her flower. And I got to tell you that I had trouble with this flower. First off, the petals were the wrong size. Second off, I made a dozen of them that were wrong. I, put the right size together and just went to, not the right size together, the wrong size together, and just went to sewing and had to take them all apart. Here's the blue green, which honestly, my color is off because this is a blue green. Then this is the one we made the back out of, and I really like it on that. For just a 10-inch block. And then there's the blue. And then I do have some others. I have a bright orange. And that's the way it would look on it, which I don't much care for. I have this orangey color that is kind of a blend of both these colors. I have a blue stripe, which would be pretty fun and funky. This is more of a red, a deep tone red, as you can see. You like this blend? I do too. And then I have this fun one. And this is more of a green instead of, it looks light blue, but it is a teal color. Okay, 3 does it pop on that you like? I really like this. I think this is cute. I think this would make a pretty quilt. I don't like that too much. It's okay. I do like this one. That one. Now that is more red than than what it looks. It is kind of pretty, but it's really red. But I've got a lot of that in scrap pieces too, because we can make these one block things and then make flowers out of what's left and put them on another piece so that it ties them all in. You like them both, this one or in this one? Okay. Or that one. I really like this one, so I'm leaving this one in here because that's kind of my pick. I just really like that. I think it's fun. And then there's this one that Kathy likes. And that's pretty much it. No, I've got some other pieces down here, but I don't know that any of them would work. I have like this. Okay, I think this kind of fun and funky because I even have some blue dots, which would be really cute with a blue flower on it. And but I do like this. Too dark. There's that one. And there's that one. Hi, Linda. Oh, okay. We're picking out pieces of material to put this flower on. This is kind of my choice because I think this would make a pretty flower to go on the next one. But then we can keep it real monotone and go here, which I do like that. Here's my green leaves. They're not sewn yet, but there's the leaves that will go behind it. Oh, I don't like that so much. I don't know if I've got a 10-inch square out of it. Get it down here. It's 10 there. Whoo! It'll make one. So when we get done, there'll be 9.5-inch blocks. Because if I use this one, and that's what it would need to make a 10-inch block. That'll make two. That'll make two. And that might make the flowers for another one, or at least a center. Honey, it's just going to be a scrappy quilt. It's just going to be whatever I have, whatever goes with it. See, that one would go. This one would go. It's just going to be a scrappy block, scrappy quilt. I've got blues. I've got flowers. I've got these and these. And I've got some of those. I've got pinks and I've got gingham checks and I've got purples. Actually went with this. I made a purse out of this. I'm thinking a scrap quilt, lots of color. Then if you go to a yard to pick up some fabric, you can pick it up. The back will be coral because it's the only back I have. The back is going to be this coral color. And this is what I use for my backs, girls. If I can't buy the, I go to Walmart and I buy this 200 count flat sheet. It works real well for them. You don't have to measure it. This piece That is again in the teal colors. I have whites. We could put it on white. The brights behind the flower. This I have enough to make probably, I don't know, I've cut on yet too. Yeah, I don't have enough to make all of them. White I can get. I also have this one that goes with that Asian one. But I don't like that. I kind of like these brights. I kind of think this would be, not all of them are going to be this color. I mean, all the flowers are going to change in color. But with the brights, I can use this color on it to go along with that flower. I can use this color to go along with that flower. So I kind of like these bright blues. It's another piece of that Asian material. The brights, I'm kind of thinking the brights. I'm kind of thinking this one. I kind of like that. That one. This one. This will make 2 or 3 blocks, depending on the size I cut them. And I like this one. And I've got the coordinating colors to kind of go with that. See, once I cut this, I cut 2 blocks out of this and still have enough to make a flower out of this, out of what's left. I can also make, this is kind of an impromptu quilting session. One of the things that I like to do, let's see. Okay, that is 10-inch. Let's look at this. I'm going to do this. Okay. So we make a block. That's half white, half blue. Get back under there because I don't really want you showing. Now I got the white with it. Back out there. Half white, half blue, 5-inch strips, and then put the flower on it like that. I like this idea. What do you think? Then our leaf, which I've lost one of them in this fabric. Leaf could always go to the white side of the fabric because that's all the green I have. But it could always go to the right side of the fabric. Like that. Make what they call a shadow quilt. You think that would be good? Okay. Let me get my cutters. I think I remember where I put them in my toolbox. I remember where my toolbox is. Underneath all this stuff. Let me go get my ruler. We'll come up a little bit higher and move some of that stuff out of the way so I can get my ruler in there. Okay, I've got lots of this. Lots of this. Haven't folded right. Okay, gotta refold it just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna trim off this end. Just 9-inch. Good over there, fabric. I have got enough fabric out here now, I'll tell you for sure. Oh, I'm going to have to cut that down all the way down. Apparently, I made 9-inch blocks out of it last time. Okay, come on. I don't like my new cutter. You don't hold it just right, you don't get the blade. And I kind of hold it at an angle, and you're not supposed to. You're supposed to hold it straight up. And I'm used to them rolling, and this one doesn't roll. Okay. Here's a 10-inch. Need 5.5 actually, though. Let's go there, Mary. Let's go there. Okay. There's one. Oh, I will buy me another cutter when I go to town. 2. And let's see. 5 and 1/2. That looks bigger than the other. Did I not cut that 5.5? No, I didn't. I cut them at 4.5. Okay, start over. Do-overs. Do-overs. Hi, Kiki. We're doing do-overs. There is a 5.5 inch. Look at one started. Okay. I want a 5.5 inch. 5 1/2. Now we wanted a 10. Okay. Yep, let's cut off both sides. Okay. That'll make a flower. We need another piece of this. Cut it at 6.5. That's because I'm setting on the 1. Alrighty, and then we're going to cut it at 10. This side is not straight. Let's get that straightened up. So we have a good straight cut. Okay, there's 2 blocks like that. Okay, let's put these blocks together. And I will have to take these to my ironing board and do a little ironing. And I am not changing my thread. I don't worry about that very often when I'm making scrap quilts. Okay, now don't fall, camera. You know, this thing is picking up on me again. Come on. Good? And especially when I'm piecing, because you're piecing, most of the time you don't ever see any of the thread. So we want a 1/4 inch seam, and that's this line on my machine, and the end of as long as that 1/4 inch, that foot rides on the edge of their fabric, you have a 1/4 inch seam. And pull that out. Okay. We've made our first block. To the dark. Make sure you don't have a bubble in it. Okay. I got some threads to nip on that. And I picked up some threads. Okay, there's our first block. Now let me make the leaf. And I can find what I did with them. Because again, no, here they are. Hello, Tom.
Mama, the Lion King movie is going to be playing
I
tonight.
know it.
Lion King movie is going to be playing tonight.
I know it. The theaters.
The theater.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We're going to go right around this big leaf here.
Lion King movie tonight at the theater.
Yeah. It's big enough I can put my fingers in it. Tom, they're saying hi. Kiki said hi. I love to use big beads and flowers and things for my journal cover closures. I think they just look awesome. Okay, girls, there's our leaf right there. Now I'm going to sew it across the bottom just like I did the flowers. And we'll give it a little tuck.
Mom, the movie.
Okay. Now all this will be hidden
Just showed
when
it
I
on
sew it down.
TV, Mom.
So I don't worry about the color of my thread because all of it will be hidden. But I'm going to have to take it in and give it a good pressing with some spray starch. And then there's our flower. And the only place that also is right around this band again. Right around there. So that's the way the blocks will all look. But you can interchange the white and the colors. And that way there's not so much bright. And this will make another flower, another one in a different color. So, you know, if I fold it down like that or just stretch it out, it's going to make several pieces. So anyway, that will, you know, you can make it a center, you can make it the outside, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go and give this a pressing, give this block a pressing, and then when I come back, we'll sew this all down to the block. So I'll be right back.
On the Lion King movies will be playing tonight.
Okay.
You said tonight, Mom.
Okay. Here's our piece all pressed. I'll pin this down so that I catch that leaf in the stitching. It's not quite centered. Bring it over just a little bit more. Okay. All right, now we're going to sew the flower onto the block, and the first block will be done. And you're going to go right back to just this very scant little stitching. You can't see it from there, that I'm just going right around the edge of this. Pull my pin. And I've got it secured. And because we padded the inside of that, there'll be a little extra padding on the flower then. So here's my next block. And what I thought I would do is I thought I would make, I called this a quilt, but I think I will make this a wall hanging. Let's see if I can pull that camera up just a little bit and down. And I have hit over 700 subs. So what I'm thinking is, up a little bit more. There you go. What I'm thinking is that if everybody comes and watches to the end of this, I'm just going to make a little wall. And if everybody comes and watches to the end of this, this wall hanging will be given away at the end of the series. Kind of my 700 sub giveaway, kind of, sort of, but also just for watching the series and coming in. And if you share this with someone on a place that I can see it, comment below the video that you've done that and that you've been here, then you're entered into the drawing automatically with that comment. And if you're not here, you watch it on the stream afterwards, I really would like for you to attend the stream. That's my whole point. Is that I want it to build my channel. So if you will be here every time, I'll start writing down your names. And at the end of this series, one of you will draw this, will get this as a wall hanging. So does that sound good? What do y'all think? Is this something you might like as a wall hanging? I seen that, Gabby. Well, it's something that I would really, really like to do. Kathy, I understand that you can't be here with the baby. If you'll just watch the videos and comment under the video that you watched it, I would count that as being here, because I know you have a problem. So that all the rest of you, if you would, and share, and the more people that comes in that you've brought in with you gives you another entry. If they come in and say Clara sent me or Kathy sent me or whatever, then you get another entry. More entries you have, the better off your chances are of winning the wall hanging. Right now, which I'm talking about, oh, probably 6 blocks. You know, so it's going to be, I should be able to get them done. I will not make all of them on, you know, I'll have blocks made to go on each of the blocks. I'll have flowers made, I mean, to go on each of them. But we will pick out the material for the next one and the next one and the next one. So if there's a material you like better, hey, it's up to you. I did pick this one out though, because I really like this. So, okay. Yes, we can do 1 day a week. I know that weekends can be a problem for everybody, but I was going to do this just a week series, you know, like come on tomorrow, make another block. Come on tomorrow, make another block, or the day after, make another block. Yay, Sandra. Everybody go and support Sandra. She only likes 15 subs, hitting that 500 mark. Yay, hey, hey. Good for you, Sandra. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Kathy, I'm thinking maybe every other day would probably be better. And then that way I could do a video on the crafting part of my channel on the other day. So maybe every other day. And put a comment down below it, and you will go into the drawing. If anybody else comes in with you on the next one, then they are added to the drawing. I know you do. Does that make sense? You were here today. Comment. But anybody else that comes in will get, if they come into the live stream, they're entered into the drawing on that day. On that day. And then it goes forward, because there's only going to be like 6 days of this. So we've only got 6 days to do it in. And I would like to see, I'm not buffering at all, Clara. You might need to refresh, because I'm not buffering here. Oh my gosh, what did I do with my inhaler? It's under this material somewhere. Kids, I don't know what I got into. Oh Lord, did I hear you? But I got into but whatever it was has just about done me in. I've had 2 or 3 spells. Yesterday, I did 2 breathing treatments back to back. Did inhaler and my albuterol inhaler, and it still didn't clear up. So I went in and laid down and put my oxygen on. I mean, it was a bad one, and I like to have coughed myself to death. So, and here I am doing it again. So I'm going to have to end this. Okay, well, it's not buffering here. Yes, you're in. So I hope y'all understand that it kind of goes from here. And for anybody that comes in with you, you get an extra name in the hat. So if you bring somebody in, if somebody come in and says, Linda Trey sent me or Patricia Stubbs sent me, then you and they both are entered into the drawing again. Them the first time, you the next time. If you can't watch one of these, if you below, then you get in there. You take care too, Ani. I'm sorry if you're buffering, but it's not buffering here. So I don't know what's going on because I'm not showing any buffering at all. But post, come and watch afterwards. And I will talk to you all later. They better answer now because I'm fixing to go off, Kathy. But here's our first block, and I think this is going to be really pretty. It could just be YouTube. I'm not showing any buffering. So this is just okay. I hope you like it because this is, you know, it's going to look really cute. Let me get the other one that I cut and I'll show you real quick. It won't look the same because it'll be more like this piece of material. Or this one. Okay. The white will be here. And this will be here. And I can put a sashing through the center of it. So, you know, that's the way it's gonna look. And this is called a shadow quilt. A lot of times you put your flowers where they're in the light or in the dark, and it's really pretty. So, okay, I love you too. I love you all, and I'm so proud you come in. Thank you so much. You want it? Okay. Okay, honey, that's fine. That's fine. I understand. I understand. You know that life has to go on. That I'm only going to do like hour-long live streams anymore because according to the algorithms or whatever, people don't watch but about 15 minutes of them. Y'all have been here, and I am so proud. But the people that come in and watch the next time, may you know, on the replay, may not watch it all the way through. If they, and I think I'll just put that in here. If you don't watch it all the way through, you will not be counted. If you don't watch it from the beginning to the end on the deal, you won't be counted. You have to watch it all the way through. You have to tell me you watched it all. Okay, that's it. That's enough of the speech. This is my giveaway, and I hope you all liked it. And I will be back. This is Thursday. I will be back. How about Sunday afternoon? Would that work, Linda? Sunday evening, maybe? I have the baby tomorrow, so no live stream tomorrow. So I'm thinking Sunday evening, maybe late. And that gives me a chance to get some of this done up, cut, ready to go so that I can make one block every time we come in. Yeah, Sunday evening. Because I can't do it tomorrow evening because I'll have the baby and I will be wiped out. And then Saturday, I'm wanting to take Tommy somewhere, maybe to the show, and that's going to wipe me out too. So, okay, Sandra, I will try my best to be there. I promise. What time do you go on? Is it 10 o'clock your time? Give the time that you go on, sweetheart. You're live on Saturday at what time? Just write it in the comments, and that'd be the best, so then everybody can see it. 9 o'clock your time. See, okay, that's my problem, because that is just 6 o'clock for me. There's 3-hour time difference. You're in California. Kiki, I understand, honey, but if you can watch the replay, it's going to count like you being here. Yeah, okay, that's noon in Eastern. Okay, I'm 3 hours. I'll figure it out. Okay. Okay. Love you. Gotta go. My feet are cramping bad, kids. I gotta go. Love you bunch. Love you bunch. And I'm hoping for all of you. So I got to get in the comments and check them all out when this goes up, and everything will be good. It would be, yes, 11 o'clock.